Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is what we call the Sunday rejuvenation day. So I was just thinking then, why is it important to prepare? Right? Well, first of all, because if you don't prepare, you prepare to fail. Second thing is, if you don't prepare, not only are you preparing to fail, but you're not going to be in the right frame of mind. So if you're not in the right frame of mind, how could you possibly go up against your competition or anyone who has prepared? They've got an advantage over you, right? So this is why I love Sundays, because every single time it's an opportunity to get ahead for the week. Because you don't prepare for Monday on Monday, you prepare for Monday the day before. Because Sunday and Monday are technically the same day, it's just a 24-hour cycle that goes on. You go to sleep, you wake up, and then you start fresh. But the question is when you wake up, what are you practicing? Because if you go to bed early on a Sunday and you've wrote down everything that you need to do in your journal for the week ahead, you've prepared. Now, the people who are against you, whether in the market, whether you're in basketball or football, now you're on equal terms. You have a higher probability of success because you've done your due diligence and you've done what you're supposed to do, which is what high achievers do. They prepare and they do things that most people are not willing to do. That's how you get ahead in life. It's two completely different lives. One person prepares, one person doesn't. One person takes action, one person makes excuses. That's the difference.
So I think that would be a great idea. Instead of it being like you talking, now it's about getting the answers from them and the results and not homework and all of that business.
So I've just finished our daily book club. Now we are going to the gym. The reason why we'll go to the gym, because most people don't go to the gym. So we're making a difference. And because I've not been to the gym for a few days because I've had the sniffles. But now I'm being a man of my word and I'm going to do it. To the gym and you do these things, the exercises that they're not necessarily hard, it's just that it puts strain on your muscles and your joints and it feels uncomfortable, right? But have you noticed that everything in life that is worthy or has any sort of value is always uncomfortable at the beginning, is always hard, because when you start something new that you've never done before, your body doesn't know how to manage it, so all it does is puts its guard up and tries to protect itself, and what does it do? It throws it away, it rejects things, it makes excuses. When you come to the gym, there should be no excuse. You should understand what it is that you are here for, why you are doing what you do every single day. Because if you wake up every morning and you don't know why you're waking up, you may as well just go back to bed.
Go on, one more.
The thing is though, just going to bed early, it's like...
It's an intention,
It's
bro.
an intention, yeah.
Because you don't need to be intentional about going to bed at what time you want. You just go to bed whenever you feel like it, because that's what you feel like. Mm-hmm. But if you intentionally do it, you go to, so think about it, you're starting your next day the day before by going to bed early. You go to bed early, you prepare your bed, you get yourself from a beta state to an alpha state, you put a bit of relaxing music, maybe you read a book, you literally switch off to go to bed. What is more likely to happen? For you to have a good sleep and a good night's rest, or not? Right. It's obvious, right?
This is where it gets crazy. Most of us didn't choose what we notice. been programmed. Society, culture, childhood. These things programmed us to notice the negative, to focus on limitations, and to ignore possibilities. But here's the good news, that programming can be overwritten. Think about this. The reality you're living right now might not even be yours. How much of your life is driven by what other people told you to believe? You need to work hard to succeed. Money doesn't grow on trees. You're not smart enough to do that. Do these sound familiar? These are rules, but they're not the truth. They're someone else's truth. And the moment you accept them without questioning, they become your truth.
You know, when people always say, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes, and then they start spending all this time thinking about the past and how they could have done this, how they should have done that, I would have done it this way. But in reality, the most important time is what? It's right now. And the reason why it's right now is because there is nothing else that exists outside of the now, right? The typical person would always go, oh, that sounds good, that, but I'll just start on Monday. Because, you know, I'm going out this weekend, or I'm going to watch a movie with my girlfriend, or I'm going to the cinema, so I'll just start Monday. Instead of being like, yo, okay, right, cool, let me call off my plans, because this is obviously priority. If this is going to help me get somewhere where I want to be 5 years from now, and I start today, then I'm not going to put it off till Monday, because it shows you have no urgency whatsoever, and then you procrastinate. And you say you're going to do it tomorrow or the day after, and then tomorrow comes, and then what? Oh, you know what? It sounded good, but I'll just start next week because I've got this thing going on here, and then bang. And that's the illusion that most people fall into, and they just keep stuck on the same cycle over and over again, wondering why they're in the exact same place 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whilst their friends and people that they used to know are smashing life, or they're doing very well, and you know, they're achieving their goals, they're getting closer to God, they're manifesting their dream reality. And that's the difference. It's you take action now, and then you are blessed now. And the more you can take action now, the future now would be the real GTA life that you're actually wanting to live, which is what most people want. They're like, oh, I can't wait for GTA 6 to come out. Why would you wait for a game to come out? Play GTA 6 in real life. We've come back for the usual. This one here, the Urban Relax. It's foot massage, 30 minutes with Tiger Balm, and then an oil full body 1 hour massage. Foot massage is done. It was brilliant. Now we're in this beautiful VIP bedroom. Cup on cap, thank you. Ah, bless her. So we're in this bedroom here now with a beautiful view of the coconut trees. Thailand special. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Urban Thai. It's all over Thailand. They do one called an Urban Relax, and it's 750 baht. You get a 30-minute foot massage and a 1 hour full body massage, and it's 750 baht, which is like £17. Can you dig it? Alright, hello guys. So we're going to basically break down GBPUSD. Okay, we're going to try and keep this video quite brief, just so we're getting straight to the point. Okay, so the first thing that you can see from this chart is that we would obviously mark up the previous structure high, okay, which is here. Then we have our previous structure low, which was Asia low, which is here. Previous day low. Excellent, right? So obviously, as you can see, the yellow box is Asia session. So anything prior to Asia was basically being swept. So any sellers that were here, obviously Asia high swept the previous daily high and then rolled over, right? Then we came into Asia. As Asia ended, we had a, you can see, clear fake breaker structure, so in the internal fake breaker structure. And then we had a breaker structure lower, right? So that signifies and confirms our breaker structure low, which makes sense for this to be an internal fake breaker structure, right? At the same time, we can see there's a little channel here of early sellers trying to sell. So obviously we've got stop losses above here, right? So liquidity is left here. There's nothing significant there. There's nothing significant here, right? There is probably some longer term breakout traders there. Let me just mark that up as breakout. Put it high. Obviously, we have potentially some stop losses under the structure low, because obviously this low made a new structure high, right? Obviously that was a previous structure high, made a new higher high, so everything down here is obviously potential targets, right? So we'll leave that on there for now. Anyway, so this is the nitty gritty. The grey box that you can see is London Open. So as you can see, we had a beautiful inducement low. Obviously an inducement happens for two reasons. It's either sending the people the wrong way, or it's taking out stop losses. So in this instance, it was actually sending the sellers, so the breakout traders who are selling and trendline traders who are selling, the wrong way. So we induced low, took the previous daily low, which obviously took the stop losses. So these guys exited. Then we had a beautiful reaction. So as soon as we have a reaction, especially of a previous structure low, or previous structure high, or weekly high, weekly low, and so on, and we have a significant reaction from it, what that's telling us is that a lot of liquidity has been taken, and that's why money is being pumped and liquidity is being released back into the market. So in this scenario, what's happened is we've had that beautiful reaction and then price pulled back, and it actually induced it by a pip, because obviously this became a smart money trap. Obviously we didn't know that at the time until it was taken. So it took it, and then it had another beautiful reaction which left a demand. So this would be exactly what we look for, right? Now, if I break that down to the 1 minute, where are we? If I break that down to the 1 minute, you can even see that we've had a clear real breaker structure right here. And the beautiful bullish engulfing off it. Obviously this is a 1 minute, so stop loss would be right below the spike. Obviously we're not expecting price to come back after that, because we've already had that real breaker structure. And also, just to mention, you see all these vector candles, bam, 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 like an AK-47. This is obviously clearly showing where the real move is happening, where the real money and the liquidity is being released out into the market, right? So in that scenario, we would obviously target the stop losses of the previous traders. Now, this is also a smart money trap here. You can obviously see that because of the fake reaction. So if you wasn't sure whether this was going to actually hit these stop losses, you could have just taken some profit off the entry of the smart money traders, which would be a 1 to 5.69. But then initially, if we were to just target the stop loss, because obviously this is an obvious level to target, that would be just shy of a 1 to 9. So that would have obviously hit, right?